So, can you everybody hear us now? Can you hear us now? Let's see.
'Cause, our engineer said no.
Let's see. Let's see. We got.
Yes, Saquita said no sound on YouTube.
Okay. All right. Um, let's see. Hey, everybody, we're trying to get the technical difficulties worked out. Let's see what we got here. Let's see.
You saw Kazembe?
Oh, is he in?
No, he's
Okay.
He didn't see the login.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Can they hear yet?
I think. Can you hear us? Okay, cool. All right, so we have one, got Kazembe on, got Antonio. All right, I think we'll get started. Anyway, hey, again, sorry about that. Brian and Cameron here again.
Again.
Live, Heal, Thrive Treats. We had an amazing treat. Cameron just went through this whole spiel that no one heard. But how's everybody doing? We're here to recap the retreat. We have a few guests supposed to be coming in. We have a few presenters that are in already. And the people are going to be chiming in. We have Jocelyn actually going to be chiming in via phone. So we are going to get started. Okay, you have to share headphones with me. Okay. Let's switch. That's going in and out. All right. All right. So let's see. Let's see if we can get some people in here. Let's fade in. Hey. Gershon, can you hear us?
Kazembe?
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay. Kazembe, can you hear us?
I can, but you guys sound a little bit low.
A little low? Okay.
Gershon sounded very loud, but you guys sound a little bit low.
Real quick, hold on.
Is that any better?
I can fix that. Let me turn this up. Up. Let's see. Hello. Is that any better? Is that better?
That is much better. That's better.
Better. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Cool. Antonio, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
There's
Can you hear me?
Riziki.
All right, Riziki, you there?
Hi, yes.
Hey, you doing okay?
I am.
Cool. All right.
And what about Melanie?
Yeah, Melanie, I don't know. I can't. For some reason, she's unable to come in. So people are going to be chiming in. Jocelyn's here via phone. She's on the way home from work, so she's going to be chiming in. Jocelyn, you there?
I am here.
All right. Cool. All right, so we get started with what we have. So do we sound okay on our end, though, everybody?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're here. About a week later. Is it about a week? Yeah.
Tomorrow it'll be a week. We left
Yeah.
a week ago tomorrow. Left last Monday. And our amazing destined retreat on the beach, a beautiful estate. It was an incredible experience. So much healing went forth. I think I was saying when I couldn't be heard, I was talking about every morning on the beach, we started the day with either a meditation or Tai Chi or a walking meditation. One of the guests also led us in some energy work. And Gershon provided us musical accompaniment every single morning on the beach. So that was an amazing way to start our day every day.
Riziki, can you adjust your camera so the title's not over your face? Like bring your camera down a little bit. Riziki.
I see. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
We also, Brian and Carrie used to always say this as well. Whoever, if we could, may have to mute because there was some ambient noise coming
I think
through.
that's on Jocelyn's end, so I'll turn it down.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So Gershon, tell us your experience since you're the first one to open
Yeah.
up the retreat. Let's talk.
Yeah, I loved it. I'm so grateful, and I miss you all so much. And almost wish we could have like another retreat 2 weeks after the retreat.
I know.
But yeah, gosh, I mean, it's been so potent to step away from the retreat as well. so much has come up, and in such a incredible way. You know, it's almost like the layers just keep getting peeled back. You know, and
Yeah.
the love keeps growing, and the respect and appreciation of being around so many magical beings with so many incredible talents is just like, it's unreal. And like you said, I mean, the healing that went on during the retreat was just it's priceless. It's incredible. It's just when you get, you know, all these people together that hold this particular space and this particular intention of healing and love and in education, it's just it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing, and I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, you summed
I
it up.
appreciate y'all.
And like you said, the layers continue to come off. I know this week has been like this for us. It's been like, you know, so much stuff is coming up and out, and you know, the growth. It's just been, everybody's nodding their heads. You know, it's it continues. You know, because anybody, you want to chime in on that, your experience, and what's come out of it for you?
Wow. Sure. You know, I share with people, you get so excited after something like this, and you want people to know because you want them to come and experience it, you know. And what I've shared with people is that, and I don't often say this because I guess I'm a bit of a harsh critic, but honestly, I mean, everybody from all the guests to all the practitioners to the volunteers, the energy was just absolutely beautiful. It was full of acceptance. It was full of healing. It was full of love. I mean, you know, I think pretty much everybody, it seems like everyone who attended had some form of a release. I would say the vast majority. You know, man, it was affirming as a practitioner, and just full of acceptance and healing on so many levels. And you know, as Rashawn said, you know, you're in the middle of it, but then the real treats come afterward in terms of how it's going to affect your life in a positive way from that moment forward. You know, what gifts do you take with you and carry with you from that moment onward, you know, in your life? And so many lessons, so much stuff to carry with us. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful, as I've said many times, to you and Karen for bringing me on board and just bringing me along with this journey. And as you guys expand your retreats, and you all are always open to making positive adjustments, which makes every retreat better than the first, better than the one prior to it. I just can't, my mind was blown. It's always blown, but it was really blown this time. I can't even imagine how it's going to be next time, you know, but I'm really proud of us as practitioners as well, just on that tip, in terms of everyone stepping to the plate and just really did such a great job with what we offered. So I'm just proud. I'm proud and happy and blessed.
Wow. Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate that.
And we're proud and happy and blessed to have all of you, and each of you has brought your individual gifts, and then collectively it's just created something that is pretty unimaginable and difficult to explain and express to people. You know what it's really like, and we just love each one of you, and thank you so much.
Yeah, thank y'all so much. I'm gonna have Jocelyn, because she's on the way home. She's driving. I'm gonna have her chime in via audio right now. Jocelyn, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can y'all hear her?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So appreciate you chiming in. Know you're on the way home, and how was your experience? I mean, you've been to one of our previous retreats as a guest. It's first time as a presenter. What was your experience like?
My goodness, my experience, I'm still feeling it, and I'm still definitely just, you know, living the experience and all the afterglow of being in such an enriched environment where we were just constantly being fed spiritually and emotionally from, you know, the moment it rose. Literally, I was out there at the beach watching the sunrise, you know, joining in for meditations, or one of the days I was actually guiding one. And after that, it was like, we ate breakfast as a community, and then we took on just amazing lessons and experiences. I was blessed enough to have both my husband and my lover there. So it's just an amazing experience to have them both surrounding me, and also see them in an environment where the women were also loving to them and open to that community love. I'm just still glowing. I'm leaving work right now after having such a busy day today at work, and I'm like, can I go back to the beach? We were surrounded by water on both sides of the house. It's like, it was just an amazing place to be. I'm just so grateful, and I can't wait to do it again.
Wow. Appreciate you so much, and thank you for that. You wanted to say anything?
Oh, no, Jocelyn was there with us for one of the previous retreats, and having her present this time and holding space for so many people. Thank you so much for that, Joss. During all this other people's sessions, anytime somebody had a need, you were right there holding space and, meeting their needs and supporting them as they, released and went through their healing. So really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, of course. And it was an honor to be able to be there supporting everyone, especially when, there were other of my brothers and sisters presenting, so that they could keep going. I know the feeling of when you're having a breakthrough and you're trying to present and also help others, that you need to have someone kind of like step in. So I was grateful and honored to do so.
Oh, appreciate you so much.
And that's one of the things that's unusual about our retreats. Like when we had some coaches we worked with this year, and tried to explain to them why it was important to have our practitioners / presenters there throughout the retreat.
Yeah.
It was hard for them to understand what that meant when we were saying, they hold space for everyone at the retreat. And so having you there throughout the whole retreat is indispensable. Hopefully our retreat guests will be able to log in and will be able to give their own testimony in that regard. But that's not only is that our opinion, but that's what we've heard from each of the guests, how much a difference it made having each of you there throughout the retreat.
Definitely. Yes. And Jocelyn, can you hold on for a minute, or do you need to go? I'm going to...
No, I can hang on. I just can't hear anybody else.
Okay.
So, but if you need me, please chime in.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool. So we have a few people that can't get on, but we're going to have them...
Maybe we'll do Rizikia,
yeah.
Rizikia and Antonio, and then we'll do a break, and then hopefully we can get it released.
Sounds good. Riziki, my sister, my sister.
Yes.
How are you? What's going on?
A lot. As always, I always have fun. I'm always having revelations at your retreats. I was telling Brian, because I've been at all of them gratefully, and I'm grateful that I presented at all of them, but it's like the work that I do throughout the year, like your retreats are like the barometer of like, oh, how well am I doing in my, in my gifts and in my knowledge and everything. So I'm grateful for you all offering a space to, share my knowledge and wisdom and talents and skills. And it's crazy because, like, after I came back, there's just been things opening up, like opportunities to advance spiritually, like just knocking, like I'm being summoned to certain things. I'm just like, so wow. I'm still high from the retreat a little,
yeah,
so.
I think we all are.
I'm in a good,
yeah. You're just like in a Zen space right now. You're like... So you had your Yoni's theme earlier, so I know you're just like floating.
Exactly. Oh my goodness, yeah. And and the work continues. The work continues. And again, just seeing the difference, because from the first to this one, I've seen it grow, not just from the type of people that come, but, you know, even your process and you guys paying attention to, okay, you know, what's beneficial, what makes everybody comfortable. Let's make sure they have space to process, because it's so much information, you know, and it's useful information, but it's like having that space and that environment to like process everything. And like you said, it is important to have the presenters present, because after these great workshops and people process, they need to talk this stuff out. They need to understand, how does it apply, you know, to their life. So, I mean, it's
Right.
just an awesome environment. And then the jacuzzi, I won't say that, but that was like the
hot tub.
Hot tub karaoke. Hot tub karaoke.
Hot tub karaoke. I've been telling everybody about it. They're like, oh my God, that sounds so fun. Like, they can't wait. Oh my gosh. Like,
Yeah, pretty amazing. And Tony, you kind of dark. Do you got any more light in the room, or is that best you got? If so, then we're good. You're a little
Okay,
dark.
hold on. Let me try and do better.
All right.
Hold up.
Thank you for sharing that, Riziki. Appreciate it.
How about that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
much
better.
better. Yeah. What's up, brother?
How y'all doing?
Good. Share your experience. This is your third one, right? Yeah, third
No,
retreat,
it's my
fourth
fourth.
event.
My fourth.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's my yeah, that's right.
Third
Third
retreat,
retreat,
fourth
fourth
event.
event.
Right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Fourth. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. My event was similar to everybody else's, of course. Of course, I have my own revelations. I've been telling everybody the stories too. Hot tub karaoke is the main topic. And, you know, after getting everybody past the point of thinking that, you know, it's just a big orgy, you know, the story hot tub karaoke has to come. It comes along with one of the moments, one of the spirits we had in that environment. You know, kind of give spiritual story to us being nude.
Yeah.
You know, and after telling them that, it's like, oh, okay, now I see that it's more so spiritual and therapeutic than it is, you know, freaky or whatever. And that's a good moment when the person realizes the difference between, you know, just being in an environment where you could have sex and not think about anything and not have any type of connection, versus being in a situation where you're around people who are extremely sexual, you know, but there's no sex happening.
No.
You know, it's not an expectation of sex. It's
Right.
more so a pathway to get to a place of clarity, you know, or a place of closure, so that you can be as sexual as you choose to be with whoever you choose to be at with, you know. So I'm realizing my place in this plan that we have going on, this universe. I love being in an environment where I can nurture and cater to and help heal. So, you know, I love going to your retreats. Every time I go, it's so transformative. I've been using that word a lot, you know, and I'm still experiencing how it feels to leave the withdrawals and everything.
I think we
So,
all kind of have some withdrawal.
Yeah.
That's a big,
you got some more.
some,
Got more of them workshops.
you know, it's something that I
I gotta
withdraw. I can't do it. You know, I miss all of y'all. I really do. It's forming a family. It's forming a spirit family.
Yeah.
And, I made mention to this while we were at the retreat that, you know, we're all Jedis and we're about to help, you know, shape the world. And people start laughing at me like I'm. You know,
Susie, I won't say that. That was like
What? Say it again.
Was
I
that you,
didn't hear you.
Riziki?
She's not
No.
repeating it, whatever she said.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
no, that was another audio. That wasn't good.
Okay.
Oh, all right. I know when we were talking about that on the dock actually caved in on us a little bit. That was just the amount of energy that was being generated at that time. You know, it just kind of just caved everything in. You know, so.
And we were
We're
just
about to
talking,
start.
folks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we were just talking. We weren't. Yeah, we were just talking. So something's about we're starting a movement, whether we know it or not. We're starting a pathway to actually break the chain that's going on right now and starting a new chain. We're strong, very strong.
And it was great for all of the participants, all the guests at the retreat, that each of you offered us your services, offered individual and private sessions, and so many of them took advantage of that, which we were so happy about. We had a private treatment room with a bathroom and all of that available for them, so that they weren't just getting a healing and transformation and, you know, journeying during the group portion of it, during the workshops, but also they could pull away and during, you know, have individual sessions with each of you. And that was amazing. I mean, I had a session with Courtney. That was amazing. We would have probably had one with everybody if we had had time. But they loved that and appreciated it so much.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna.
That was, you know.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, fine. Go ahead.
I was going to say that, you know, when I mentioned the word affirming, that was, you know, Brian, you and I talked about that. You mentioned that to me afterwards, and that's what made it so much so. Is to, just as a practitioner, have people that attended that.
Thank you.
Everybody catch the same pause.
And it looks like Riziki, she's frozen.
Riziki, are you frozen? Are you there?
Riziki's frozen too.
Facial expressions.
It's because they're both frozen.
Yeah, they're both frozen. So, I don't know if he's going to come back in or not.
Waiting for
when technology works, it's great.
Wait
when
for
it doesn't, it's just a disaster.
There he is. There he is. There they
All
are.
right, yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm sorry, folks. I just
You missed about 48 seconds of what you said.
We heard affirming, and then that was
affirming. Go back to affirming.
rewind.
Okay,
Wow.
so I'll just cut this short. It was affirming and healing. The fact that we were affirmed in our crafts and our skills and our talents and gifts, to me, was healing. You know, and I think other practitioners can speak to this themselves. I don't want to put words in anyone else's mouth, but you know, it was incredibly affirming and incredibly healing for me as well.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And we do this work, and what everyone said they loved about the retreat, all of the guests, is that all of us and we have to be about that life, and we're going to teach it. So I'm going to try to get Melanie in. Hold on one second. She's one of our guests at the retreat, and she couldn't get on the online, so we're going to get her in. Hold on 1 minute.
You gonna try by phone?
Yes, I'm going to try by phone.
And we got the evaluations back. Well, actually, we had them, but I just reviewed them today. The evaluations for each of your workshops, and then we also sent out evaluations. Workshops were pretty much like 5-star. I mean, like pretty uniformly, all of them were so well received. I mean, virtually no.
No, if you're going trying to get it.
To provide them with that level of service. So the fact that they, virtually uniformly responded to each one of the workshops and found them to be at that level, it's like,
yes,
we did what we came to do.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, we got Melanie on. I'm going to see if I can get her. All right. Melanie, you there?
I'm here.
All right. Can y'all see Melanie?
Hey, Melanie.
Hey,
Good.
So
I'm enjoying the program.
Okay. So you were one of our retreat guests. Actually, I think the very last person to sign up, like a few days before the retreat?
Or a week before, a couple of days before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about your experience.
Yeah.
Well, like the other people that have spoken, I am still high, and it's really a challenge just to try to explain to people why it was so fantastic.
Yeah.
But I go along with what people said about it. I really enjoyed the connection, and I felt secure and safe and loved, and you know, we were in a beautiful environment, great food. You know, we were spoiled on the food, I tell you. And just being able to connect for me personally with men in a way that I felt like I didn't have to be, even though I'm at a sexuality retreat, I didn't feel as though I had to be something different than who I really was. And I could experience my sexuality without, because in the past I would think, well, I have to, if I act a certain way, then there's consequences to that. You know, somebody's going to come on to me, or you know, something's going to happen, you know, or I'm gonna shame myself or whatever. And I didn't feel like that. I could be the person I was and just feel comfortable with it. You know, I had my roommates were great. That, you know, all the concerns that you have when you go to a retreat, including from my friends who found out I was going to this retreat and said, "Are you sure they're legit? Are you sure this is okay? Have you checked them out? Do you know who they are?" You know, and I'm going with my gut, you know, thinking this is going to be great, a great experience, and it was. I mean, on every aspect, it just was luxurious, freedom. You know, I felt freedom. I felt catered to, taken care of by everybody. I mean, we supported each other. I mean, it was wonderful. And the presentations were, I mean, to be able to really have, you know, some hands-on, some just, you know, demonstrations that were so clear about sexuality, because people don't talk about sexuality. I mean, it's taboo. And here we are looking at it in a sacred way, and learning and sharing and transforming and being vulnerable with each other in a way that we didn't feel as though we had lost something. We were gaining something from the experience.
Nice.
It was wonderful. I mean, including the pool experience. Being with people that I just really felt loved me and didn't really even know me that long. I mean, I feel like I left with a new family.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Definitely.
It was phenomenal. I mean, it's really hard to describe to people who haven't been there.
It really is, and we say that all the time. We can't put it into words, and they're like, "Well, explain what goes on." It's like you just wouldn't get it.
Yeah, and he left, did whatever he had to pick up, came back.
Mute your computer.
Chosen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a little delay, so mute your computer out.
Yeah, I'll just yeah. Okay, let me turn it down. Okay, I did it. What I was going to say was, this gentleman comes back and he says, "You should be miming me to see if I was married or not." But I think it really was the effect of a change in myself that he picked up on. You know, and more ease about my sexuality, more ease with myself and connecting with myself. So
wow.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and I mean, the presentations were like, I mean, beyond my expectation. So it was great.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing.
Well, I gotta give a round of applause for Melanie for changing her broadcast.
What'd you say, Riziki? Riziki said something.
I said, round of applause for Melanie for changing her broadcast. That's exactly what happened. You know, when you do things that change your vibration, your frequency changes. Like what you give out to the world changes, and people will pick up on that.
Yeah.
So and I remember your experience too. Like a lot of people, you're not the only one, came there with a certain like, what's going to happen?
So I'm going to just, unless you have some other questions, just call me or.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Riziki was responding to what you said.
Saying, hold on one second. I'll let you hear. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, talk, Riziki.
Okay, I asked everybody to give you a round of applause because that's exactly what happened. You did change your broadcast. And in a nutshell, what I was saying is that when you go through things that change your experience, your perspective, and your views, you emit that change, and people pick up on that. I'll type her later. I have her number. I'll text her. But yeah, like that's what happened. To everybody. Even again, like I said, when I left there were certain opportunities and things summoning me. It's because of my own transformative experience, my own healing. So and everybody is affected that way. This is what, and that, like you said, how can you explain that to people? You have to be there. Like, how can you explain the feeling or the revelations or the things you went through when we dipped you in that water, when you cried and how do you explain that to people? So it's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. You really can't even explain and put into words, but thank you so much, Melanie. We appreciate you chiming in, and we know we're going to see you next year. Right.
Yes, you will.
And Melanie, as facilitators, we're really so honored that you came and that you had that experience, because what we've sought to create and what our intention has always been is to create a safe space for you to really become who you are authentically and to release and shed all of those things that are inauthentic. So the fact that you felt that safety, and particularly as a single woman, we're just very honored that you trusted us and that we fulfilled our promise to you.
You sure did.
Well, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.
Tenfold. Okay.
And we're gonna let you go. We got a couple.
Bye, brothers and sisters.
Bye, Melanie.
Bye, Melanie.
Talk to you soon. I just want to say video call courtesy of Apple FaceTime. I gotta get my Apple plug in whenever I can. So I'm gonna get Courtney on.
Is she coming on by phone?
No, I'll call her on here. Where's the number? Recent.
This is Courtney.
Yeah, there we go. There's Courtney. Hey, Courtney.
Can she hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Hey, Courtney.
Hello.
So Courtney's at a birthday party with her sister, but she's pulling away a couple of minutes to just give her feedback. So appreciate you taking time away from family to chime in for a couple of minutes. Not going to keep you long. So this was your first retreat as a guest or a presenter. So what was your experience at the retreat?
My experience was, I loved it. I really enjoyed the people there. The space was exactly what I look for when I go to a retreat. The healing space, the lack of judgment, openness, love, all that was there. And I really appreciated it. For me, it was, as a presenter, I went there to teach, but also to commune with like-minded people, and to, feed off of each other's energies and learn from each other. And I got that too, so I'm very grateful to the other presenters that were there, because you enrich my life, you enrich my experience too.
Cool.
Yeah, it was great. There's every component that can make a retreat great was there. So I have no complaints. I loved it all.
Nice. Appreciate you being there. Like I said, it's your first time presenting, and you fit right in. I mean, immediately. I know you and Riziki, y'all became like soul sisters immediately. Immediately. And really everyone connected with you, energetically, and really we want to welcome you to the family. Thank you so much for being a part of it. So I don't want to keep you too long. Anything else you want to share before I let you go?
I just want to say that after coming home, being away from you guys, that for me, I still feel your presence and everything that I loved about you. I still feel that. So I hope that you guys are not having withdrawals. You still need to.
Sorry, we are.
Antonio says, sorry, we are. Oh.
That's good. And yeah, there's every person there has so many great qualities, and we're in a space where we can actually tap into that and see each other for everything that we are. So I really appreciated that, and I look forward to seeing you guys again, doing retreats with you again. Yeah, I'm just grateful, very grateful, and thank you for inviting me and just welcoming me in so easy. It was so easy to fall into a group of however many people that was, over 6 people, but it was so easy to just join the family and hang out with you guys and heal with you guys too. That was something that I really appreciated, just being in the space with other healers, other people who just love to do the same work that I love to do. So yeah, that's a special connection. I really treasure that, and looking forward to the next dose.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Glad you were there. Glad you're a part of the family. And I know you're out Cali time. It's all light and sunny over there. It's dark and it's nighttime. But anyway, we love you. Thank you so much for taking time out. And we'll definitely be talking really soon, okay?
Thank you guys. Have a wonderful night.
Love you too. Talk to you soon.
Bye, Courtney.
FaceTime.
You these iPhone Android wars, you are out of control.
Really am. Someone else I want to call. Let me see. Hold on one second, y'all. Talk a little bit.
Who are we calling?
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. Okay.
Let's see. She doesn't even know I'm going to call her, but we're going to call and get her because she has a great testimony. Let's see.
I hope it is. Well, okay,
let's see.
I'll see.
I guess I'll show you.
I know who it is. So are you guys ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next retreat,
Yes.
next October.
Do it. Let's
Same,
do it.
let's see, October 21st through the 28th.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Is
this
that it?
Oh.
Yeah, this time we're doing a week. A week.
Doing a full week.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
I'm just lining up on the inside. I just, oh man.
Yep.
Well,
Same place.
good.
The beach. Yep. So we're
Are we doing the same
That is
place?
Yeah, we're doing the same place. We were like spent 3 days, and nothing else really fit the needs that we had. As far as the space and the privacy and all of that. So
and it's so beautiful.
yeah. So hold on.
And then the memories. We have memories there. We can be like, oh, you remember when that happened over there? You remember when that happened?
Well,
over
it's
there?
so funny because now, like, when I see the picture of the house, like, I'll say, oh, yeah, Brian, that's where the treatment area was, or that's where hot tub karaoke was. And
This is my surprise guest I got on the line. She's actually our retreat coordinator.
Oh,
I knew
yes.
it.
Sequita.
Frida.
So let's get her on. Hey, Sequita.
Yeah.
She doesn't have an iPhone, so we got to do regular phone calls.
oh,
But,
no.
For real though. For real though.
Hey, Sequita.
Hi.
Sequita.
Can you guys hear her?
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
they can hear you.
Yes, we
Okay,
can.
Sequita's our retreat coordinator. We could not have pulled this off without her and her leadership skills to make this happen. And the reason I called you is because I know people don't understand, every one of us has a testimony of something that happened that really took us to another level and transformed us. And I know you, without going into details, don't have to share that, but just talk about, just personally what is, how your life has changed. I'm not putting words in your mouth, I hope, but just really want you to share your experience.
Your testimony, your story.
Oh my goodness. No, I am surprised. Thank you for including me. I'm taken aback. I feel very humble.
Oh.
My experience was that I was a guest last winter, and then you guys asked me to be of service, and I jumped at the chance. And so I went to this retreat, so totally not expecting to do any work, and that did not happen. I mean, I worked, but I did have some inexplicable experiences that I'm still reeling from, that I'm still having a wonderful effect. I had an experience around my breast that I will be forever indebted to Riziki and Antonio and Gershon and Brian and Karen and everyone that was in the pool. Melanie that was in the pool that day that I got to share, Jocelyn, Courtney, everyone that was there that I got to expose my most vulnerable self with. And I just so appreciate you all, and I still feel held in that space by you all forever and ever. And thank you.
Wow.
It's a team. Imoya and Jerome and Shayla, they were amazing. I would work with them every day for the rest of my life. They were just the greatest team. And Brian and Karen, you guys pulled us together, and we're already working on the next one.
Yeah.
So, I wake up like, okay, what am I supposed to be doing today? You guys haven't even asked me to work on the next one, but I'm like, I'm going to insert myself into your life. So,
Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Yeah, and thank you. I know I put you on the spot, but I did want to hear from you, because I know I don't think anyone left the same. I know no one left the same. I mean, we've heard testimonies from everyone.
It was just the way the guests responded to the whole event. To me, we gave them that 5-star experience that we wanted to.
Yeah.
I know that the interactions that I had with guests who came back to me and said, thank you so much. As volunteers, as people that are just kind of in the background, we didn't really expect to be seen. We were kind of like ninjas. I remember one of the guests tracking us down, saying, "Who cleaned up behind me?" And we didn't say a word. It was like, it was magic.
Wow.
But she wouldn't give up till she found out the exact person.
Yeah. Yeah, you all did amazing. I mean, our volunteers and staff, our support staff, created an amazing experience for all of us. And we're eternally indebted to you for creating that experience. That it was just amazing. And we're sitting here and we're talking, and I know people are probably like, okay, yeah, but what goes on at the retreats? And and it just really is almost impossible to explain. It is experiential, and it's just no way you can put it into words. The best thing that we can say is that it's a safe space. It's a healing space, transformative, fun. We laugh, we joke, we play. We have the best time of our lives just with our closest friends and family, and that's really
the cruise, the
dinner cruise.
The dinner cruise.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And then the party that Kazembe DJ.
Yeah, DJ.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
Yes.
Yeah, so much fun. So
when I saw when the party happened and I was at the pool, right, and I was like, we are such hippies, because I saw, like, I think it was Stevie Wonder. I saw everybody in the circle coming in and going back. It was like a real fight, and it was just like I said, we are like such the 2000s Woodstock. It was just like like all love, and everybody was hugging each other. It was so funny.
Yeah, I mean, Kazembe had been wanting to do that for some time. He told us, I've really been wanting to do this for some time, and can I do it? We're like, sure, and so he did that. I mean, Brian and I still talk about it. I think we were talking about it today, how you go to a club and you dance, but you need to dance a certain way and wear a certain outfit, and it's like just really kind of getting to be free and dancing however, like, however you feel like dancing. And then there was such a wide variety of music. It wasn't like, just club music. There was old school and contemporary and stuff people had never heard of, and techno and, like all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, thank you so much for bringing that experience to us.
And if you're Atlanta, need a DJ, reach out to DJ.
It's funny because I actually just lost the connection temporarily. I didn't know what you guys were talking about until I guess you guys went out for about 30 seconds. I just heard Riziki say Woodstock and hugging. That's all I heard. That's all I came back to. I guess you're talking about the DJ set.
Yes. I could tell that you couldn't hear because you weren't reacting to any of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I was telling about the part where you were playing the Stevie Wonder song, but at this time I was outside at the pool. But I saw everybody like coming in a circle and going back out like it was real celebratory. So that's why I said from the outside. Yeah, that was like a Woodstock looking moment. So it was awesome.
Gotcha, yeah, and Gershon was playing keyboards doing it.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was so fun. It's so fun. I mean, it's fun, but it's another thing to be accompanied by live instrumentation. So, Gershon, that was awesome, bro. I was so glad to be doing that with you, man. That was awesome. We gotta do it again.
Thank you.
Do it again.
Likewise, I would love to. Yeah.
And I don't know if people heard, because it may have been when I couldn't be heard, but how Gershon was out there every morning for the meditation and supporting the meditation and the energy work that was going forward, and the Tai Chi, and Jocelyn had a moving meditation, and he was out there every single morning, accompanying us. So that was wonderful.
Yeah, when that song, go ahead. Go ahead.
There you go.
No.
I was going to say that sunrise. Yeah, that sunrise was just the energy.
Don't forget about the ocean.
Right
there.
there.
About the ocean.
Yeah, in that setting right there with the ocean. It was just epic. Totally epic.
And Gershon actually opened the retreat, or did, let's see, I guess we had and did we have the chakra clearing first?
No, it was Gershon.
Okay, first. So he opened the retreat and provided, like sound and music. And what was the instrument that you were playing, Gershon?
Called a harmonium.
Ah, okay. And that's what it sort of sounded like, the cross between a harmonica and an accordion and a piano.
That's it. You got it.
Well, that's what it sounded like.
I was singing that song in the car the other day. I was cracking up. The song, and I kept doing
the light of my soul.
Yeah. I was just
awesome.
Yeah,
I think everybody was like that song kept running through their head like through the entire retreat.
How beautiful.
Yes, really beautiful.
And then Kazembe led us through a chakra clearing.
Yep.
And
I was happy to do that too. Thank you for everyone for being receptive to that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I mean, it was wonderful because it really, set the tone for the healing that came afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, it just, cleared that energy and opened everyone's heart and all of that. So they were ready, to receive everything that went forward from that point.
Yeah, and then
thank you. My pleasure.
My pleasure. She led an amazing healing
for the men. Well, I guess it was for everyone, but it started with the men, and there's so much healing and men really opening and everything that I don't even think it got to us.
Yeah, it never got to the women. The women held
That's right.
amazing space.
We were happy to. We were honored.
Yeah, and one of the feedback we did get is that they wanted to maybe do a separate workshop for the women, but they were happy to hold space for the men. But you just don't know what's going to unfold and how things are gonna, turn out. And it was just an
Yeah,
amazing
that
experience.
definitely was the intention to because I remember even after that workshop, I was like, well, maybe we could have a sister circle or whatever. But like you said, how the energy was flowing, the men really, 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 really needed that because, again, there's so many spaces available for women to heal, and so Spirit that day was just like, let's do the men first. We can get to the women afterward. But just, again, how it flowed, like y'all needed that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely I look forward to adding, a separate for the women as well. So yeah.
But just, watching the men open up like that and really talking about what was on their hearts and, what was on their minds and, really like be willing to be vulnerable and to shed so much, in that space. I mean, it was an honor to be a part of, an honor to witness, an honor to hold space for the men as they did that. And, just like when you had them, everybody was you had us as the women like doing work over the men and all the things that came up in that space, even with Brian. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was and it was beautiful watching you guys because y'all were blindfolded,
Right.
And it was beautiful seeing the women. And one of the things that they were saying, and Kazembe, if you want to chime in too, because I know you had moments, but they found out their healing power. So seeing you all heal them, and then discovering things themselves and their ability, and like you said, Karen, you were able to feel some things as well. So it was a good. I'm grateful to see that and to be able to hold that space. So everybody did a good job supporting everybody.